And this full body workout, all you need is a pair of hand weights. Actually, if you have 2 sets, that would be better. A light set and a heavy set. We're just going to warm up with this easy march, and grab your heavy dumbbells right now. We are going to start with some overhead shrugs. All right, so stand here, knees slightly bent, press these up, and we're gonna hold them up, and we're just gonna shrug it up. So it's a very small movement. You're trying not to bend the elbows, and you're just shrugging. So you'll see it just goes, we're just using the traps, and then I'll show you from the back. So I am doing a little bit of a elbow bend, not much. Couple more. Let's do 3, 2, 1. Slow lower, control it down using those triceps. Okay, next exercise, we are going to do side lying leg raises, but we're going to do this with an emphasis on eccentrics. So that's really strengthening, it's the lowering phase. So you're gonna go on your side, on your mat. By the way, my name is Nina. I'm a certified personal trainer and strength and conditioning coach. Okay, so what you're gonna wanna do is bring the top leg back. I want you to shift your hips down toward your mat, toe down, and make sure you're not sinking. Push up, and then from here, you're going to lift up and slow lower down. You're gonna really feel this right here. So 2, you might wanna push your hand here, 3, 4, so you're not gonna be able to go very high, 5, let's do 12, 6, 7, 8, 9, so it's not this, I can go really high this way, 10, 11, one more, and 12. Yep, you'll really feel that. All right, I'm gonna flip over this side so you can see what it looks like from the back. All right, shifting forward, toe down, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, count down, 6 left, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, next exercise, B stance squats. These are really fun. All right, so I'm gonna grab my heavier weights. Use good form, make sure your back is not rounded. Use strength to get up, not momentum. All right, so on these, it's kind of like a split squat. So a typical lunge looks like this, but this is a lot closer. So on this, I'm bringing my foot that's back much closer to the front foot, and then I'm going down like this. So that is your B stance squat. So let's do 12 of these. So bring your shoulders up, down, and then don't let the arms sway. Keep them a little bit further back. Push out your chest. This will engage your back muscles, so you're using more muscles. All right, let's do 12 of these. Make sure this toe is not going in. Make sure, did I say toe? I meant knee. Make sure this knee is not going in either. So your knee should be forward. All right, ready? Control, don't rush this. 1, and you don't have to go as low as me. 2, 3, 4, 5. Use that core to keep you up without wobbling. This is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do 2 more. 1 and 2. Yeah, I felt that on this butt cheek. Works your quads, the front of the leg, the glutes, and then you've got the weights with your back squeeze, so you are also working your back muscles. All right, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, heart rate going up, 9, 10, 11, and last one, 12. Great, put these down. So check when you go down, don't round, use control. We do not want injuries. Have a sip of water. Let's work the back of the legs. So we're gonna work the hamstrings, get the heart rate back up again. 2-minute butt kicks. Don't worry, it'll go fast. Let's have fun and do this. All right, and get ready, feet wide, and go. So, actually I'm gonna row it here. Just pushing and pulling, trying to get my heel to my butt. You can walk around if you want, or stay in place. Yep, just push the arms forward, pulling them back. Again, working multiple large muscle groups, working the hamstrings, the core, the back. We're doing the pressing, working a little bit of the shoulder, a little bit of the chest. All right, we've got over about 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Yep, so yes, I'm going for speed, but I'm also getting strengthening, working the heart rate. All right, you've got 1 minute left. I know it's a while, but you can do it. It's more about the mind. The mind will give out before the body does. Yep, you should feel this in the butt and the back of the legs. It's okay if you don't have the rhythm. Sometimes I don't. All right, we've got about 30 seconds left. Yep. Give it a little more than maybe you're used to. It's okay to push it. I mean, you'll always want to go to failure, but sometimes you have to dig a little bit deep to get that energy up. And then you're gonna feel so good when it's over with, and you're gonna be so proud of yourself. A couple more. We got 5 seconds. Yep, breathing. Yes. All right, shake that out. Grab a sip of water. Let's work those calves now. We're gonna do 25 1.5 calf raises. So you can grab a chair if you'd like. So we're gonna go up all the way on our toes, and then we're gonna do a little pulse. So that's 1.5. So 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to change my stance. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm feeling it. 19, 20. 5 more. And 5. Don't fall over. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Oh, goodness. That was definitely strengthening. I felt that in my calves. Let's do a quick little calf stretch. Switch. Yep. Yeah, that was a good one, huh? All right, so next exercise, let's work the chest and the triceps. So I call these Superman push-ups. So we're gonna get down on the mat, and I'm gonna stretch my, actually go this directions, my arms like Superman. And we're gonna do 8 of these, so I'll go over it. All right, so flex the feet so your toes are on your mat, and you're gonna keep your toes down on your mat the entire time. Stretching your arms out, so you're gonna push out, keep them up, bring them back, all the way back. Pull those elbows toward your ribs, place the hands down so it's slightly externally rotated. Bring those pinkies outside your mat. I want you to squeeze your butt, look down at your mat, and push up. Now you can definitely do this on your knees and lower. So again, bring your arms up, the hands up off your mat. Keep them raised, don't touch the ground. Extend, bring them up high. Bring the arms back, elbows toward your ribs. Hands down, bring the hands a little bit lower. Squeeze your butt and push up. 2, repeat. Down with control. Hands off the mat, extend, bring them up, pull them back, elbows toward your ribs, hands down on your mat, exhale, squeeze the butt. 3, slow lower with control, and hands up, extend, reach up, pull back, elbows toward ribs, hands down, exhale, squeeze the butt, and 4. Let's do the rest a little bit faster. Hands up, Superman, pull up, push. Hands off the mat, extending arms, Superman, bring up, push up. We've got 2 more. Superman, bring it up, bring it back, push up. Last one, hands up, Superman, pull it up, pull it back, hands down, squeeze the butt, exhale, Superman, or actually that's push up. And excellent. If you want to go to child's pose, go for it. So that's a great exercise for the triceps, and we worked the upper back. So we're working multiple muscle groups at one time. So we're going to do renegade rows. I'm only going to do 4. So this works the core, the lats, which is the back muscles. On this one, I want you to grab light weights. I do have 8s. I don't recommend 8s for this one unless you're advanced, because it's a little tough, but we're only gonna do 4. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring your weights to your side. You're gonna go into a plank position. You're gonna grab feet wide. That will help you with balance. You're gonna grab your weight, bring it to your hip, drop it back down, other side, other weight, hip, down, switch, weight to hip, down, other side, to the hip, and down. Knees down. Excellent. Okay, now I'm going to switch these out. For my heavy weights, I'm going to do bent over rows, and I'm going to have one knee down. So from 8s up into 15, if you're really strong, maybe 20s. All right, so from here, I'm going to bring one foot forward, leaning forward, so gravity is going to pull me down, which will be more resistance, which will make it harder. But that's good because that will help us with strength. So leaning forward, and just bring the hands up with the weights to the hips. All right, so let's do 10 more. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Yeah, I felt my back working on those. All right, let's do a curtsy lunge with lateral raises. So it'll work the butt, the shoulders. From here, light weights from 3s to 8s. If you're extremely strong, do 15s. But I'm using 8s. So we're gonna do 12 curtsy lunges, and you don't have to go deep on this one. Actually, I think I'm not going to. So from here, so 1 and 2, 3, so I want the elbows up, 4, 5, these are super challenging, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, and 12. It's the hardest part on that one was the shoulders. All right, have another sip of water. Let's go back to the triceps. One weight. So from here, you probably want your light weight. I'm gonna grab my 12s. We'll see if I regret it. All right, so I'm gonna bring the arm up and overhead. I'm gonna bring the dumbbell a little bit lower like this. I want this bicep to be close to my ear. I'm gonna have my arm here, but you can hold it if you want. All right, let's do 15. 1, 2, 3, 4. I probably should have picked lighter weight. 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is too challenging. So I'm gonna do what's called a drop set. I'm gonna grab the lighter weight. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Careful as you lower it. Use that strength. Let's do the other side. So since I started with the 12, I'm going to use the 12 on the other side. Don't want one side stronger than the other, because then you end up with imbalances. All right, and 1. Now this is my weaker side. 2, you can probably see it. 3, I'm struggling. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm gonna do my drop set. Grab the lighter weight. This one's an 8, in case you're wondering. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So drop sets are not cheating. They are a technique that is used to help you get stronger and use heavier weights. You don't always want to jump to heavy weights. That increases your chances of injury. You want to go gradual increases in weight. All right, water break. Always drink water. Don't drink Gatorade, those flavor drinks. They're full of chemicals and artificial sweeteners and colors and calories, so not necessary. So let's work on our biceps now. So on these, I'm gonna grab my 8s. So if you have strong biceps, 8s, maybe 5s. So you decide. So instead of doing a supinated curl, which we are used to using, we're gonna do a pronated curl. So my palms are facing my legs, and this also works the forearms, which we typically don't use that much. All right, so up and down. Make sure your wrists aren't tweaked. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do 15. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So you know if those last few are challenging for you, that means that was a good weight. If it was easy, then go up a little bit and wait next time. All right, I'm going to finish my water. And then this one, obliques. Yep, working the abs. We're gonna do oblique V-ups. 12 reps each side. So get back down on your mat. From here. So I'm in a V, and from here, I'm going to use my core and lift them up. So 2, my knees are a little bit bent. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, how'd you do? Let's go to the other side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Oh my gosh, this was crazy, right? All right, get the weights out of the way. Let's do Cobra. Nice little stretch for those abs since we just worked them. Put any equipment out of the way. Go down toward the edge of your mat. Lay down on your stomach. Point those toes. Shift those hips. Hands low. And just press up. Not too much. Yeah. Enjoy this stretch. Maybe you want to go a little lower. That feels more comfortable for you. Go to child's pose. Toes together, knees wide, butt to the heels. Stretching out those lats. Really stretch. Walk those fingers forward. Your arms should be straight. Should feel that right under the arms. All right. Bring your torso up. And let's stretch out the rest of the body. All right, stand up. We're gonna do a standing quad stretch. So you might wanna have a chair handy, especially at the end of the workout. You're tired, your core doesn't wanna work anymore, but this is a great balance exercise. I've got my heel to my butt, bending this leg, pelvic tilt, shoulder back. See if you can do hands on the hip. If you have great balance, you can grab both laces. Hear the birds? They're happy. All right, other side. Bending. Don't keep this leg straight when you're doing this quad stretch. And then if you want more of a stretch, you can squeeze your butt and you'll feel the tightening on that quad. This is a challenging balance exercise. So if you've kind of teetering or you fall over, it's totally normal. Feet wide, hands behind the low back, squeeze your butt, shoulders back and down, look up, nice little back bend. The butt squeeze will prevent you from arching too much backwards, which we don't want. All right, arm up, grab your forearm, not your hand. If you grab your hand, put too much pressure on this bone right here, or this joint. So bring this up and over and look up at an angle. Okay, play that little piano, pretend piano, working those fingers. Other side, forearm stretch up and over. Always want to stretch up first before you crunch over and work those fingers. Excellent. Let's stretch out those hamstrings, which we worked. So I'm going to just alternate one, then the other. I just don't want to hold the stretch. There's nothing wrong with holding the stretch, but sometimes when you're really tight. It's just good to make the moves dynamic, which means you are moving in and out of the stretch. You're not holding it. So I like that. So, and I'm trying to have my torso in line with that toe. So this is not in line. I want it in line with that. So it's like this. Slight little change. All right, now let's stretch out the glutes. Now we did the squats, the side leg lifts. So let's go down on our mat for the best stretch ever. All right, so cross one leg over the other. Try to get this knee at 90. Feet are slightly flexed. Bring that knee toward your chest and just give it a little hold. Chin up, and you'll feel that on that opposite glute right there. And if this is too much, just grab behind the legs. You can put the foot up or bent. Just do what feels good. You don't want to overstretch a stretch. Switch other side. And hug it in. Make sure the chin is up. Good neck alignment. Feet down. And put the feet on wide on your mat. And spread your arms wide, palms down. So windshield wiper those legs. You may need to reposition the feet. So just releasing the tension in your hips and bring those knees from one side to the other. This should feel really nice and help lower the heart rate. And go ahead and turn to your side. Put your hands flat on the ground and get yourself up to a seated position. And let's do an inner thigh stretch. So heels together. Now I prefer to do this without shoes, so I'm going to take off my shoes because I can get my feet closer together. And trying to get those knees toward your mat. So if your knees are really high up here, it means you have tight hips. Just scoot your feet a little bit forward. You can also sit on a pillow and bring yourself forward if you have good flexibility. And then you can also move them up and down. Let's move this one up 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. This side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just hold. And you're sitting up nice and tall. Your back is straight. You're looking right up at me. And enjoy the stretch. If it's painful, just go back a little bit. Stretches, you should feel them. You should never feel pain. You don't want to overdo it. That can just lead to injury. No injuries. Not if we can try to help it. So if your goal is weight loss, exercise can definitely help, but you have to add the diet element into it. You have to change what you're eating. And typically it isn't how much you are eating, because I've done that where I've counted calories and carbs, and I've weighed my proteins and counted my macros, and it doesn't work. And then I just end up being hungry and grumpy, and then I have a problem sleeping. So that does not work. What you want is a zero cholesterol diet that is low in saturated fat. You want to eat lots of starches and as much fruit as you want, but you need to lower all the fats, even healthy fats like avocado, nuts, and seeds. While those are very healthy, there are a lot of calories and way too much fat. So go for the carbs, potatoes, corn, You know, pasta is a carbohydrate, but that's not a complex carbohydrate. You can certainly have pasta if that doesn't bother you, but that's something I would definitely measure. But when it comes to whole foods like corn and potatoes, you can have beans and peas and lentils. As much as you want typically is usually fine. All right, let's do a little bit more of a stretch. You might feel, look at this, yep. So the longer I do this, I can go really, really low. All right, sit up, sit cross-legged, hands on your knees, shoulders up, back, and down. A couple of these shoulder rotations. Excellent. Bring the elbow down, a little stretch out to the side. Keep this hip down. And if you want more information on nutrition, weight loss, what to eat, what not to eat, what's healthy, what's not, little tips and tricks that I've used to help me lose weight, you can check out my book, The High Five Diet, at my website, thehighfivediet.com. Hope you liked this workout, and I hope to see you soon.